Go for it. Top Tier Providence. Basically 2020's like dream show. Hanju dies of cancer on Earth and he wakes up as a kid in the cultivation world. And he's given a system. It's a gacha system. So you can reroll your talent and your luck once a day and it's for free. He rerolls for 11 years straight. 11 years. That's 4,000 pulls. As a child, there are kids in his village who grow up, get married, and have kids of their own in the time he spends on the character select screen. He's real picky. And I'm dead, bro. One day, he gets something called the Destined Lone Star, which means everyone that you love is cursed, you're alone forever, but you get 100 years of lifespan, like extra. And so basically this dude's whole MO is that he wants more lifespan. That's his entire motivation, the entire book. But he reads Alone Forever and then throws a tantrum on the grass, and yeah. Chapter 1. That's your protagonist. After 11 years, he finally gets the perfect build, which is a god tier sword talent, god tier beauty, he's a descendant of the immortal emperor, you know, everything you need to have a protagonist for your Kizanzia novel. And I can understand it. I mean, I once spent 45 minutes on a character select and my friends left me. But 11 years is insane. Basically, every decision in his life runs on one singular question. Can this kill me? If the answer is anything above 0%, he's out. Day 1 at the sect, an alchemist named Elder Iron picks him up for gardening duty, and Hanju sees that he has a drop of blood on his hands, and immediately thinks the man was trying to turn him into a pill. He wasn't, he just wanted him to help with the weeds, but the book keeps proving him right. He read cultivation novels in his past life, so he treats the trope like OSHA regulations. Friendly Elder, Body Snatcher. Lucky Cave, Trap. Mysterious voice offering power in exchange for a small favor, blocked. Reported. You should kill yourself now! In any other novel, they would use this to be a low tier character to tell you need to seize opportunities, but in this one it's the meta, right? What does the man with the perfect build do? He gets in a cave and sits in it. The book is called Secretly Cultivate for 1,000 Years. I need you to understand that as a title summary. He sits, he breathes, he gets stronger. Every so often there's a little status update that floats above his eyes. Your friend got attacked. Your friend found a treasure. He got a BBL. He treats it like a push notification and just keeps on pushing. He does fight occasionally, but his rules of engagement are he'll only throw hands with you if he can one-shot you, and if you have no relatives worth avenging you. So if you've got a strong uncle somewhere, fights off. He checks the entire family tree. I want to clown him, but at the end of the day, he's a guy who sits alone in a dark room for years on end, going through the same genre content over and over, dodging all human contact, and somehow people know his name, and I don't see the... what? So his disciple gets captured in a war and is held for years. Hanju gets the notifications the entire time. Your disciple is suffering. Your disciple is still suffering. Every time he weighs a rescue, and then when it's not guaranteed, he just ignores them. The war eventually ends, the kid gets out, and Hanju tells him to his face that he was too scared to come. I mean, points for honesty, I guess? That's the character working as intended. Whether you can stomach something like that is like the entry fee for the novel. Way more than the pacing. Then the story hands him the curse book, and any hope of him going outside is just gone. So the curse book kills people remotely. It's kind of like the Death Note. So he writes your name in it, and he waits, and somewhere across the universe an immortal emperor just drops dead. And nobody can trace it back to him. That's where he gets the name Dark Forbidden Lord, by the way. So all of heaven is hunting for this shadowy mastermind, and he just sits there. I'm serious, this is the entire novel. I can't express this enough, he just sits there. The fuel for the book, though, is his lifespan, which they could have used as like a good dynamic of, oh, if you want to come outside and beat him, it actually furthers your goal of living longer. But no, he has quintillions and quintillions of years of lifespan by the point that the book even really gets used like that. I mean, there's one enemy he wants dead so badly, he burns 150 billion years to kill him. That's longer than our universe has been around. And it's just a drop in the bucket for him. One of the drops he gets is called the Tao Comprehension Sword. His sword turns into a woman. So over the centuries, she starts growing real feelings and falls for him, which is standard genre stuff. But his response to living with a woman who adores him is to kick her out every time he's gonna break through. Even his garden's compromised. There's a sentient plant that starts to catch feelings, and his reaction, and I quote from the book, "This grass has grown up and is beginning to have improper thoughts about me." And then he goes back to meditating. So the synopsis is why I'm making this video. It promises a payoff. Secretly cultivate after 1,000 years. 1,000 years pass. The immortals descend to purge the mortal world. And Hanju can no longer hide. He must act. But he doesn't act. He just hides deeper. He hides the entire time. Meanwhile, the wiki has lost his mind. End of series Hanju gets described as a tier 0 boundless entity beyond fiction itself. Boundless. Do you know how many characters get to boundless? I mean, it's not that hard if you're making a character specifically to get to boundless, but it's still, he doesn't deserve it. He just sits there the entire time. The same dude who was too scared to go fight for his student. If you're gonna read this, I'd suggest having a couple of novels beforehand under your belt, because the entire genre is about guys getting face slapped and then swearing revenge, killing 7 generations of people, and it's like that for 900 chapters minimum. And this book is just about what if he declined all of that. Every tournament arc, every fated rival showing up, all of it, he just stays inside. But it feels like a warm bath. A man with his sword wife and his normal wives, a death note, and hundreds of thousands of years where he just sits there and just scrolls. And you look up after 20 chapters and an hour is gone, and then you hate yourself. So yeah, the moral of Top Tier Providence is to go outside, touch the grass before it starts developing feelings for you. Talk to a human being. Anyways, that's basically everything I had to say. Next video should be the Marshall Peak retrospective, chapters 201 through 300, which I read Marshall Peak for over a year in this room by myself with the door What?
Please join the Discord.